right, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to Monday Night D&D. Getting back with the Strife of Aradiel, and yeah, has a good session last time. A really good one. Unfortunately, there were some sound issues, so if you went back to listen to it, sorry. We're working on it. We're building up. We're getting better and everything. Hopefully, I fix those problems tonight because I'm obsessive compulsive and I've spent every free moment messing with things that did drive me a little crazy, but you know, so hearts out to me. But beyond that, yeah, I think we have one of our players is currently, they're finishing up some work stuff. You know, we all got priorities in life and stuff like that, so they're going to join us a little late. That's going to be Ragnar. He was almost going to miss tonight, but thankfully he was able to work it out, so he's going to be joining us. And then yeah, so with that, let's get our players in here and get into our hijinks. Let's see. Boop, boop, boop. What is up, everybody? I just shaved my nose. I promise I'm not picking my nose, y'all. My little bridge there.
I don't see anything. I don't see anything. You don't have to convince me.
What is up, everyone? How y'all doing tonight?
Doing all right.
Pretty good.
All right. It looks like looks like everybody's peaking where you should be. Anybody listening, let me know if the music is too loud or drowning anything out or anything like that. I can always adjust that a bit. But anyways, thanks everyone for being here. And yeah, so we're just gonna kick right off into things. So from where you guys last left off, you had just had your fight there with the nasty little spirit in the forest there, who had made their way into town, ransacked the place, and done a lot of damage, hurt a lot of people. And they took with them Clarissa, the inn owner, and her daughter. You guys went there. He did offer you a deal to avoid any further bloodshed, but our group are apparently psychopaths who said no. We want the bloodshed, but we want it now. And they attacked, and hey, I mean, there was some hard struggle there, but they made it through. And with that, they're coming back in as you guys remain in the ancient ruins there.
I woke up.
Welcome. You're muted.
He's still down there twitching. Did somebody heal Ragnar?
I tried to cast Spare the Dying before we ended off last time.
They didn't heal him, but they spared him. All right.
It spares them. It puts them to 0 HP, no more death saves.
For sure. All right, so with that, that's pretty much a ball in y'all's court. So what are y'all doing from there? What's the plan, gentlemen?
I don't know about you guys, but I am tired.
I've been up all night.
I was about to ask, could I get a reminder of what time of day we're looking at?
So you all had you skipped right over sleep and everything like that, ran your way from the ancient tree back to town. That was, by then it was dark. You guys then ran your way straight out to the ancient ruins there, and as you all were coming in was just as the sun was clipping over the horizon there. So all in all, you guys are maybe looking at, like, let's say the sun hits the skyline there about 6:30. You guys are probably just after 7 here when all is said and done, from talking to kind of just catching your breath after the fight. So it's still pretty early. The day is anew.
First things first. Any sign of any other imminent threat? So I always want to get rid of those threats before we take a breath.
So
take a look around.
Looking around and everything like that, there's of course just the sounds of the forest, which does have this certain kind of solemnness to it. Still very much alive, but the birds and everything, the sounds they're singing they all sound like a slightly sadder tune. Other than that, any of the were-mongrels and other beasties that you had seen around have fallen over with the death of the spirit.
Take a deep
All
breath.
seems well. All right.
I mean, we saved them, so
Hey, second thing second. Hey, I saw Ira cast a spell on our fallen comrade, but I'm not good at healing, but I just want to check him out, make sure he's still breathing, alive, see if there's anything we can do for him. Ragnar, I'm talking about.
poke him, the Ragnar. I'm going to poke him and try to investigate with medicine. I mean, I have +2, so
Oh,
I can
excellent.
check his mood.
That idea.
Okay, so between the two of you going over there, kind of, he'd already cast Spare the Dying on him, so he's stable at the moment. You all go down to check his wounds and everything. Who's actually making the roll on this one?
I mean, I am. I'm going to look up about his wounds and try to heal a bit with my medicine, not my magic. I don't have any points of Lion Hand, so.
Okay, so just go ahead and give me a medicine check.
Okay, so 17.
17. So with that, you do see the bite wound that he was subjected to, kind of the puncture wounds across the chest there, and a couple of slashes here or there. Not to mention, no longer wearing any kind of armor. The attacks that he caught straight on. So you see these lacerations on him. Nothing that's currently bleeding or anything like that that's pouring out. They're still very fresh wounds, so very sore, puffy, and just inflamed, but nothing that calls for your immediate attention. You could probably, if you have the resources, then you could probably sew him up or something if you want to take the time to do that, if you have the things to do that. But otherwise, really, he just needs some actual medicine, some rest, and time to heal up.
He's fine. He's not going to die. I mean, we could try to find some. I don't know. I don't know how to heal later. I don't have magic, so I'm out of functions here.
Well, assuming all the other creatures dropped like those two over there did, could probably just chill here for a bit, recoup, or we take them back to the town.
Could go back to the town. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad idea.
Somebody would have to carry Ragnar.
Darwin, take. I have your sword back.
Oh, thank you. Where'd you find it?
I'm going to find to search my 2 daggers lying about the ground. I mean,
Oh wait, you handed me the short sword. Where's my scimitar?
you see me that, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm going to search it too. Don't worry.
Okay.
And I mean, I'm going to search my things. I don't know if I have to go for that, but it's laying on the ground near the bottom.
So, stepping off over there back towards the rocks where you had tossed it to begin with, go ahead and give me a perception check.
While they're doing
I-
that, oh, sorry.
No, I was just gonna ask if I can help him.
Yeah, if you're gonna go over there and look with them, then roll that with advantage.
Okay, so I roll a 13,
And-
the advantage is 15. No, 16.
16. So, find the blade there. It is actually, when it flipped over, it had kind of twirled across, stuck down, landing blade first and going in. Nice little 1.5 feet or so into the dirt there. Caught between some tall grass and the rock just beside you. So it's kind of pretty decently hidden for a second, but you catch a little glint off the end of the hilt.
So I'm going to take the. I mean, it's the scimitar or one of the daggers.
That's the scimitar.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to.
The
As soon
saber.
as I find it, I'm going to go to Torin and. I found it. Take it back. I don't need
Thank
it.
you. Thank you. Can I
I
look
want
for
to-
his dagger? One of them? Just one of them.
Yeah, give me another perception check.
That's a 6.
6. So
Very nice.
you do see one of the daggers there, not too far off, because he's kind of tossed them, one after the other when he made that attack there. This one close to the one that was there before, but when it struck, it embedded himself into the stone. A very hard slice.
I think this one's stuck. I would give it a tug.
All right, give me athletics.
Stop.
While they're doing all that, I would want to go over to Paul's body and kind of just offer a small prayer that both his and the vengeful druidic spirit may rest in eternal peace.
Okay. Give me, depending on how you're kind of like what you're praying to, if you're praying through a druidic god, or if you're just kind of praying more through the forest and everything. I'll let you choose if you want to do religion or a nature check. And then
I was thinking through the forest.
Through the forest. So go ahead and give me your nature. And then Torrin, as you go over there and grab onto the hilt there, give it a yank, and it really jammed in there, and you pull a bit hard, snaps off the end of the blade so that the inside of it, the actual blade part, has broken off. It's much more of a shiv than a dagger now.
I'm just going to try to pocket it and act like I never found it.
What dagger? I didn't see no dagger.
I got this in prison.
That it's being near me. I'm going to say, "Do you find any one of the daggers? I didn't find any. So, you see them?"
No, I don't.
And then Ira, as you're over there, go ahead.
I pull it out eventually and say, I broke it. I'm sorry.
This happened.
Okay, don't worry. I don't need any weapons.
All right, and then Ira, while you're over there saying your prayer, kind of, this isn't so much something that just everyone would hear at that time. It's more as if, as the sounds of the forest, certain parts of it kind of mute themselves. Some of the foliage movement in the wind gets a little louder. The different creatures scuttling about and screaming off in the background there, those mute out. The bird's songs, that little sadness to it, kind of picks up, and you get a little gust of wind up your spine that gives you a kind of shiver. It's kind of a cold little nip at the back of your neck. Just
Hey. Yeah, I'm not really sure how to react.
it's all right. You don't have to react at all if you're not sure.
Even your description was very good. I'm gonna say that.
Whoa.
Oh. I think at that point I would conclude my sort of prayer and reconvene with Torin and Finvar as they're messing around with the dagger.
Broken dagger.
Well,
Wait, what? There's a broken dagger? What happened here?
I'll hand you my scimitar.
So...
I'll
No, I
hand you
don't
my
want
scimitar.
any scimitar. I wanted my dagger. But...
All right, so while they're bickering about the dagger over there, Jasper and Ragnar, you're still over there, kind of laid up there. Now, keep in mind, you're not like completely out of it. You're I would say you're semi-conscious at this point. You're not really probably able to expound too much, but can manage a word here or there. Kind of just feeling that pain in your chest. You're able to walk, but you're kind of moving at a limp at this point. And Jasper, what are you doing?
Yeah, as soon as I see that Ragnar is okay, with a wary eye to Ira, especially since he's doing some druidic rites that I don't really know how that works, but staring around looking at the druidic ruins around us and then thinking, man, I just unlocked some of the secrets of these books that I've been studying for the past couple of weeks, past couple months. I think I'm going to need a lot more money that's in my pack, so my loot goblin gets the better of me, and I'm going to take a look around, see if I can look at those two tree areas, those larger tree areas, hollow trees, and maybe some of the closer buildings with a wary eye to Ira. Make sure I'm not offending him. Do a little bit of search for some valuables.
So go ahead and making your way over, stepping into there. Now keep in mind at the inside of this, it's almost like a second set of roots growing from the inside of these hollowed trees that line the inside of the walls there. You can tell that at one point it was all carved off into very useful, counters and tables and such that kind of just fit into the wall as if they were grown there. But now it's all left in turmoil. It's all very old wood that's cracked in certain points. Let me get a perception check as you kind of glance over this area entering into there.
Okay. You said perception, not investigation?
On this one, let me get a perception.
It's a big old 7.
Big old 7. So, not really too much that you're seeing in there. There is on one of the kind of corners there, the little, less of a room, more of a little nook. And you can kind of see there's a small chest, maybe about 2 feet across, about a foot or so high. The only part that doesn't seem to be grown directly into it, looks like a separate, probably some kind of an elven chest, but very old.
Well, if it's movable without cracking or falling apart, I'll grab that and bring that out to the group.
All right. So grab a hold of it and start carrying it out there. It's light. It doesn't feel like there's anything.
Wizard.
Yeah, even still, it doesn't seem like there's anything like overly heavy inside of it. It's reasonably light and kind of lift it up. It's like grabbing a box of paper for the copy machine. Just lift it up, no problem. Take it outside and drop it there as they're all still kind of looking about through their dagger, and Ira with a certain weight on his shoulders.
I'm going to wait to open it up until they come back, but while I'm waiting, I'm going to start to ritual cast Detect Magic. That'll take me 10 minutes.
All right.
Rival from finding my other dagger.
All right. So, as you're casting Detect Magic, you do feel something on the box itself. The magic would fall under, I believe it's enchantment. Let's see. Just double check. Abjuration. You're taking a spell of abjuration on the box itself.
Well, I'll wait till the others come back.
All right. What's everyone else doing?
I'm trying to find my I mean, it's no problem if I don't find it at all, but I just want to know it. But I mean, there were my 2 daggers from my farm, so I'm very attached to them. So, I mean, one is broken, but I'm trying to find the other one.
Okay. So if you want to throw in another, actually give me an investigation roll on that one, and then.
Could I help him?
Yeah. So I'm gonna say it's up to you. Are you in a good mind space to focus on helping him? Like, you can be over there looking about, but I'll leave that up to you. Like,
I probably wouldn't. I'd be more on the side of I'd offer guidance of I'd cast a cantrip guidance to offer him a 1d4, but I don't think I would be in any actual headspace to be looking
Yeah, you're
around for a dagger on the ground.
Your mind's kind of preoccupied, so you're kind of just trying to function, trying to. Okay, so in that case, not with advantage, because he's not really like in the mind space to help you directly, but he is giving you guidance. So go ahead, make sure you cast your spell, and then you go ahead and it's a cantrip. What the fuck am I thinking? And then you go ahead and roll with guidance. So that's going to be your investigation roll plus a d4.
Yes.
13 plus 0, because I have 2 intelligence, and plus 3. So,
All right.
13,
Yeah.
no, 16
So,
in total.
16. So yeah, pretty easily on that one. It's kind of off in the other direction. So at first you're looking around, you don't really see it. Once glancing over the other direction there near the big solid rocks, looks like it must have, that one hit the rock by the handle instead and just kind of laying in the dirt there in some tall grass. Easily missable, but you kind of see it more passing by it than you do so much focusing on it. All right.
I was losing hope. I found it. Okay. So, we're going to sleep then? Or that box doesn't look very good. Jasper, see something on there.
Yeah, gentlemen, I took a quick look around, and I did make sure to not disturb anything ancient or druidic, but I did find this newer chest. I do detect some magic on it, and based on my very limited knowledge, the box itself has got some magic emanating from it. It could be, frankly, it could be just about anything, but based on the school of magic, it could have like an alarm on it. It could be magically locked, or it could even have some sort of dangerous cliff that could hurt us if we're not careful. Opening it through magic is beyond my skill at this time. So I don't know if anyone's good with picking locks or any sort of investigation. I'm not very good at that. So if anyone wants to take a try.
I do have thieves' tools that I can try, but if you said it's possibly trapped, I don't know.
I don't have any I don't have proficiency on thieves' tools, but I do have one thieves' tool, so I will lend it to someone or use it to open the chest. I mean, I'm not really skillful with that. Are you Thorin, or you can't do it?
I am double checking.
I am not proficient, and it doesn't look like I have any.
I am proficient in thieves' tools.
How you doing, Jasper? Oh no, Ragnar, are you fine? Can you open the lock or not?
No, not I.
It's not hard task.
Didn't really need to open doors in a palace. Or unlock.
I can give it a
No,
try
not palace, but
if you want.
I mean,
But,
maybe something bad in magic, no? Or Jasper, or it could blow it up on us, or it's going to be fine.
Yeah, it could simply be magically locked, or it could be even more dangerous. That's the limit of my abilities to tell.
That's right, I think.
So what are you guys
Give it a
doing?
try.
If Torin, if I see Torin looking to poke around with his rakes, I'm gonna step a little further away, just in case.
You got the shield, no, in front of you.
Look, I feel bad for breaking the dagger. I feel like I can at least attempt. I feel fine. I'm not hurt at all. So,
All right. So go ahead and give me. Are you proficient with these tools?
it says I am with the criminal background.
All right. So go ahead and give me. It's going to be a dexterity with your. Well, just roll a.
Sleight of hand.
Are you proficient with sleight of hand?
I am.
Okay, but yeah, that's going to be the equivalent anyways. Yeah, just go ahead and roll that.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
26. Jesus.
So you lean into it, put the lock in. As you're doing so, you can kind of feel any little hairs on your body, from if you got any facial hair to your eyebrows, kind of stick up as if like static electricity is kind of coming in contact with you. You move it about there. It's nothing that feels, it could be goosebumps for all you know, but it just feels a little electrified. You hear it unlocks. A slight hand on the top to lift it. It's certainly unlocked, but the top remains sealed. Doesn't seem to want to separate and open up. Something's still holding it closed.
Guys, I know I'm fairly weak, but this thing is not opening. It's unlocked, but it is not opening at all.
Like it's sealed or something.
I'm not a magic guy, but it feels that way.
That is what. I mean, the magic is that. I mean, it's sealed magically. No, Jasper? Could it be, or?
You're saying it won't open at all?
It will not. It's unlocked, and it just will not open.
Jasper, bring out your hammer. I mean, you can open it anyway. So, does magic affect that or not? I don't know.
Maybe we need to find somebody that might help us a little more.
Sure, we could ask him. Timberdeep might be a long shot, but it's worth asking.
Do we bring it along the box with us? Put it down?
But as long as Ragnar can walk himself, I can carry the chest.
Yeah, I should be able to.
I could lift up Ragnar if he has trouble. First steps, I mean, just help it if you want.
After this, though, definitely need some rest in the town.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, so are we making the march back?
That seems like it.
All right. So, box in hand, gather together there. Ragnar, kind of off to the back, not fully back there. Kind of still some of you behind it to make sure that the man doesn't fall. But he does slow down the march there. Takes you guys a good 2.5, almost 3 hours to finally reach it back to the town. As you guys finally do, things do seem to be to have calmed down a bit. People still look rather upset, but the fires are out. They're still, you can even hear hammers, people working on repairing some of the damages done so far. Don't forget, you guys also have Clarissa and the daughter with you as well, who is following along. The little girl, if not for Ragnar's energy, she might have slowed you down a little bit, but she stayed close to him as best she could, and the mother kind of just hung back, looking over her shoulder every so often. But with that, you all arrive back in town. And are you guys going anywhere in particular, or just entering the town and figuring it out from there?
I want to head to a blacksmith real quick before we do anything, if that's okay with everybody.
I was going to say, I think the first thing we should probably do is let the town master know that the town is, one, the town is safe, and two, see if we can secure our reward before we get to resting.
Don't rest a bit.
I'm okay with that.
So we'll have to be weak. I mean, we could divide ourselves and that's it. We are in the town, we have to rest, so we need to be. We look at about that idea. What do you think, guys? Ira?
So Torin's talking about going to a blacksmith. Are you going to stay with them and then go afterwards, or are you going to go ahead and kind of break off to go and?
I'll go after
Okay,
we
so he's
go to
with the group.
master. Yeah.
Anybody else?
I think it's a good idea to just report with the town master and sort of try and wash our hands of this mess.
All right. Anybody else? Ragnar, what are you doing?
I'm sticking with the group. I'm definitely more in the back. Definitely in a quieter mood, and not in a more self-disappointing vibe.
Well, even still, as you guys are entering the town there, the little girl, as you guys are kind of stepping, she runs over to that well that you guys were at before and comes back quickly after with a ladle full of, some nice refreshing water to kind of help you out a little bit, to help you to catch your breath. No healing properties, but refreshing. All right.
So would you be willing to come with us to the town master just to give your version of events and to as proof that there's been some neutralized threat?
She looks at you all and kind of looks down at her daughter there. Run home there, sweetheart. But mommy, I want to go. No, don't argue. I want you. Well, I guess there's probably not much home left to begin with. Okay, stay close, but you stay quiet. You hear me? Yes, I'll come with you and I'll say what I can, though I can't promise that I won't throw in some sharp words myself if I get the opportunity.
Fair.
No one's asking you to hold back.
All right. And with that, so she's ready, and everyone's pushing on directly over to the town master's house. Okay. So.
Yes, sir.
Going off that way, there's still a couple of guards patrolling the outside. As you guys step towards the door, looks like a number of them have moved inside. The front door itself is wide open. 2 guards standing post there. Inside, 2 more stand off in the hallways, and then stepping through into his little office there, 4 more guards line the corners. Sits behind his desk. Looks like he hasn't slept himself. A little top of his buttons there undone, and sees you all. Starts buttoning himself up. I trust you've come with some good news. I should hope so after this evening. Don't think we could handle much more rigmarole.
Well, we've come with news. It may sound good to you, but I can't say it's good for all of us.
I don't know what that means, sir. Did you get the job done? Or do we need to call for others?
The job is done.
Well, why didn't you just say that? Oh, Lord. Great news. Great. Excellent. Now, I knew with my great leadership there was no chance this wouldn't be accomplished, but glad to say that we can put some faces to the heroes here. Now, of course, we're gonna need to get you all together outside there and make an announcement to the people. Now, listen, I'll do all the talking. All I need you all to do is wave and, enjoy the cheers and everything, and just allow me to speak if you would.
I'm not going to do that.
Oh?
To take my reward and get to the next mission.
And what's of the rest of you? I'd say there's another 10 gold each for those who choose to participate in our little parade.
I'm not looking to be put on a pedestal for the deeds done today.
Modesty. Disgusting.
Master Brandon, if you could give us just a moment to talk about this separately for a moment.
Sure, but make it quick, please. I do have other matters to attend to. I'd like to get this celebration started. That way we can go about our business. Still, this little problem solved, the expansion can continue.
taking the group aside. Gentlemen, the fates have spared us today, and I'll go along with whatever the group decides. But I'm a practical man, and I do think that if we have some sort of goodwill engendered into the townsfolk, we might be able to leverage that to some benefit, at least. Maybe not now, but in the future, if we ever need to rely on Timberdeep's hospitality again. But I'll go along with it, whatever the group decides.
I just fear that this is going to happen again. Somebody different. I don't think this town's safe.
We just make it worse. Not for now, but in the future it will happen again. So we are not heroes here.
I'm with Finbar on this. I don't want to be paraded in front of the town that's probably just going to get hit again.
Fair enough.
I'm not caring about my image after it happens the attack again. I'm looking forward to the people. I don't want to be the marionette of the townmaster that is playing his sour force. Because he's I was in a mission I didn't know about all the information, and I had to carry it out.
Okay.
Well, I appreciate you letting me throw an alternative viewpoint out there. I'm in with the group.
Morally, I cannot stand in front of the people as a hero, as I do not feel I have done anything praiseworthy as being a hero and killing that spirit.
DM, I do have a question. For the mission that we got, where exactly did we get said mission? And does this townmaster, does he report, like, is he going to report, will we know that he'll report directly to them?
So the way it essentially works here is, again, just kind of jump into the setting a little bit there, with the countries at war and everything, and a lot of the areas outside of the larger cities kind of being left on their own. Things have started rising up. So the lords have come together and created what they call the Hall of Horns, where they send out calls to different adventurers and heroes that they can find out there and offer them. Again, you're not required to take any of these. They're kind of just offered to whoever they can, and whoever gets the job done gets the reward. Generally, it's like places like this, they send to them, let them know they need help, and then whatever they offer, whatever they offer to help, the Hall of Horns adds something onto it to make it more tempting for heroes to kind of get them to do it. And then that person, whoever you are working through, again, you're kind of working for the Hall of Horns, but through this guy, and he has your reward when it's completed. But other than that, he doesn't really report back. It's up to him to decide if the job is done and pay you. From there, as long as things are getting done, then you guys get more missions from them.
And then one last question. Would the Hall of Horns could they have the capabilities of changing, like, leaderships of small towns like this?
Not them directly, because while it is made up of, think of it like Interpol, right? It's nations that agree that they have this, but they don't have the jurisdiction to change things. Like Interpol couldn't say, oh, we're going to get rid of this governor because he's not doing a good job. That would still be up to whoever directly rules that land, which would be, one of the lords. So whatever lord kind of oversees this region, he would be the one who assigns and decides who gets to lord over certain areas.
Awesome. So, and Ragnar would know that, right? That kind of...
Yeah. All of you would understand the kind of structure of the society here. As far as I can recall, everybody is rooted in the nation here, so it's not like you all are from far off lands and stuff, so you'd understand that's kind of the hierarchical structure to the society here.
So with that, Ragnar would look at you guys. I kind of have a bit of an idea. Let's not take, obviously, the public route. However, this town master has a bit of an ego, and he wants to be praised. I have an ability to make writing seem one way to certain people, but we can have our own truth be found for others. Perhaps we can convince the town master to send a letter that we write that would, to the town master, view praising to him. So he would send it to the Lord. However, in reality, to the Lord, he would read what really transpired here.
And this is magic, or this is...
This is magic. I can do a ritual called illusionary script, and it would last for 10 days. On
Will it make
parchment.
it there in 10 days?
That's the real question. That's the...
Well, it would only have to last until the town master sends it off, would it not?
Yeah, and then it'll go to its actual writing anyways. So really, it's just for him to read it before he sends it off.
That's fair. Okay.
Just to jump in there, I would say it's since you're sending it to a lord of this region, you know, as long as he doesn't, you know, sit on it for the next month or so, then I think it would be fair that it's going to reach him relatively promptly. It's safe to assume, unless something were to intervene, but otherwise, you know, I wouldn't worry too much about the timeline.
I'm for it.
That sounds
Ragnar.
So what are you going to write? Out here?
I mean, I would say what actually is written is exactly what happened, how the events were caused by this town master and his negligence
His
and
greed.
foul play against his people. But what he would read is probably the exact opposite. How he saved this town with swift action of hiring us and you know, leadership towards us.
Okay. But then what's the kind of what's the letter saying that he would read? Like if he were to read it, what's it kind of saying about him when he goes through it?
I imagine it would be singing his high praises of how quickly he moved to solve this problem that had afflicted these lands.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be written by us. Thus, you know, for him, he would want to send this so that the Lord might get him better money or a better status, you know, and that's would be his hope.
Okay. All right.
Or at least that's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, I get the gist of it. I'm not gonna make you like write. I need you to write out the full letter and with punctuation and
Get
paragraphs.
started.
And there better not be no run-on sentences. No, you're good. Yeah. So is that y'all's plan? How are you guys stepping back into it?
I guess I would.
Go ahead.
I guess I would immediately start writing this letter and casting the illusionary script on it.
All right, nice. So you're getting that together there. Take you some
It
time.
only takes me a minute.
It only takes you a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna get that down as you guys are kind of in the hallways. Got, of course, dressers and different fancy things out there, so plenty of surfaces to kind of make your way over and jot this down on. And then who's approaching? How are you guys going back into the room there as you guys have kind of stepped out of the office into the, you know, the other side of the double doors? Who's taking the lead?
I don't think Ira would, due to tensions already kind of being high with how I started the meeting, as well as the tiredness as well as and the negative feelings I got from the forest to begin with. I wouldn't necessarily trust myself to lead a conversation again right now with the town.
I also can't stand the town master any minute, so I'm not going to speak with him. I mean, I see Ragnar very capable of talking to him, and he has the letter, so he's going to make the theater, no?
Ragnar, I have a question.
Yeah.
Once the spell is cast on this letter, could you make changes to it before it's handed to him?
You write on parchment. To you and any creatures you designate when you cast the spell, the writing appears normal, seems to be written in your hand, and conveys whatever meaning you intend when you wrote the text. To all others, the writing appears as if it were written in an unknown or magical script, or a different meaning or handwriting. Yeah, so I could have it mean one thing, but be viewed to everyone else as something else. So like to us and the Lord.
Who did you put the letter from?
I would say from us as the adventurers.
Put
Or-
S.S at the bottom right.
Okay, I'll do that. In the true version, right?
True writing.
Yeah. Okay.
Said dot S.
S.S.
It's dot S. Okay. All right.
Well,
Now-
Ragnar, it's either you or me.
Everyone else like, fuck
In
this
truth-
guy. I'm not interacting with that guy again.
In
I don't
truth,
wanna talk to him.
feel like Jasper, you out of the rest of us probably have more calm demeanor right now.
Well, it's only because I've been a town guard and dealt with folks like this for a while. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like you would probably present it a little bit better than I could.
I'll open the door from the hallway and to the town master's office, poke my head and see if he's approachable.
Oh, yes. Have you come to a decision? The right one, hopefully.
Town Master Brannock, we sincerely appreciate the opportunity to represent Timberdeep and support in the Hall of the Horns and eliminating the threat to the good citizenry and your esteemed leadership of the town. But my comrades are concerned about the nature of the threat we encountered and the potential for disturbing any sort of ancient druidic effects or curses or what have you. So I think at this time we're going to take the humble route and let you speak as you wish to the good citizens of Timberdeep. We'd also like to ask you two things. One, if you'd like to hear the versions of events as seen through the true eyes of Clarissa, who's graciously accepted our invitation here today. And number two, we're drafting a letter for you from our esteemed group, the Moonblades, here to explain what happened and the swift resolution due to your insightful and prompt actions in addressing this threat. And we ask that this letter, with your permission, obviously, be sent to the rest of the lords and the representatives of the Hall of Horns, so they can know exactly the amazing and far-reaching efforts that you have undertaken this day to protect your town.
Well, first off, congratulations on the wordiest way I've ever been told no before, but I suppose let me see this letter and let this woman speak what she will. And he reaches out for the letter as she begins to talk. Are you handing the letter? The letter? Letter?
Oh my, yeah. I'll hand the letter if I still have it.
So we'll take that, and he's pulling it over, pulls out what you recognize Ragnar as a cheap and probably fake monocle there. It puts in his eye, look over it, and Clarissa goes on to start explaining. She tells him, you know, how they were taken in the night and only awaken bits and, you know, pieces here as they were kind of halfway in a dream. They saw you all come down and speak to her husband, and he didn't speak with his voice until eventually, when things started, he changed and you all fought heroically and struck him down. But she gives him a warning that clearly something in the force isn't happy with what he's been doing, and you know, she worries that if it continues, it could come back, is her feeling of it. He hardly seems to be paying her attention. Oh, yes, we wouldn't want that, would we? But good thing they're always able-bodied adventurers here. This is great. I love this. Perfect. I like how you really played up my great leadership here. It's perfect. And the penmanship, certainly a man of some nobility, I can tell. Tell you what, this news needs to be delivered to the people, so we'll have the crier go and read the letter out loud, and then I'll have it sent straight to the Lord so they know of our great effort here. How does that sound? Huzzah? Yes, huzzah, of course. Leans over to one of the guards there. Get the crier and tell him I have something for him. Tell him it's urgent. No pissing about. Yes, but with that, seems rewards are in order. He slides open a drawer and reaches inside. You guys can hear the crunchy sound of gold sliding across gold as he pulls out a bag about the size of a man's head there and drops it on the counter there and opens up a little top, and you can see the shine catch in with a little light that comes from the window there. Yep, agreed upon 750 gold for the lot of you. Quite a fair amount if I do say so myself. Not too bad. And yes, if there's nothing else, there are plans to be made. Such good plans. In just that moment, the crier runs in. Got here as fast as I can, sir. You had something for me? Hands him off the letter. Man turns and looks about all you real quick as he kind of passes by and darts back out the door there. You guys can hear him passing by the window. Hey, gather around. Hey, something to say. What are y'all doing?
Ragnar, I have a very important question. I don't know if the wording you say for the spell were that only the town master was distorted for him the message.
No, so anybody except for who he means to understand it. Anybody else who reads it. So if he were to drop it on the ground and Clarissa picked it up and read it, she would read the praise and everything like that. And whoever it is, except for who he assigned to be able to read the true message. So he's good.
I thought the choir was going to
Oh no, it's just...
This Lord is a real asshole. Major asshole. That's his cousin.
Perfect.
We should probably get out of here and find some rest.
Yeah, I would grab the bag immediately since I guess I'm probably the closest one.
Ragnar, if you wouldn't mind, if it's okay with everybody else, maybe give Clarissa and Candace some, since
Absolutely.
their bar has been burned down and they've been through a lot.
All right. So how much are you guys offering them?
I'll let y'all decide.
Between 5 of us, I mean, are we going to get paid equally, or are we? I mean, I don't need the money. I just want another dagger, and levels for
So
trade and-
split up equally, it should be 150 gold each that you all get.
If we give Clarissa an equal share, that's it'd be 125 to her and to each of us.
Yeah, yeah.
Y'all gotta make me pull out a calculator here.
No, no, he's right.
Yeah,
It
that
is
makes-
25.
125. You are
It
correct,
hurt
good
my
sir.
brain for some reason.
It did too. I'm like, damn, you
so
did that
quick.
fast. Is that right?
You are a math genius.
All right. So with that, as you all are offering the coin, again, I'm assuming this is you all have stepped back outside there out of the
Absolutely.
out of the manor and everything. And as you guys, she looks down at it and she's says, "You've already done so much for us. I couldn't possibly take this. It's too much. It's too. Take it back, please."
No, please take it.
Yeah.
I do have a price. Clarissa, if you happen to know anyone here in Timberdeep that might be magically inclined and strong enough to remove or dispel any sort of magical wards, we could use your advice in direction, if there's anyone strong enough to do that.
Well, I mean, there's Mr. Jarkins over there, but he's a bit knocked in the head, if you understand my meaning. He says he used to be a wizard in his younger days, but I mean, it's not uncommon to see the man down by the lake chasing ducks, so I would take anything he says with a grain of salt, but honestly, in this town, it's probably your best bet. Maybe if not himself, he knows somebody who could help.
Well, it's worth a try. Thank you so much.
Oh,
You keep the gold and rebuild the tavern, okay?
It kind of hugs it close to her chest there, and you all don't know what this means to me. We'll rebuild, we'll fix what's there, and when it's done, you gentlemen, you have a room all for yourselves. This will give me enough to build a whole separate room there just for you. And anytime you're in this part of the world, you feel free to come and you'll be celebrated. I promise you that. The best drinks around. In all my kind of days there, I managed to grab. She pulls her bag open to her side a little bit there, drops the coins in. You can see that she grabbed handfuls of those honeysuckles that were growing everywhere back at the ancient ruins there. Getting the feeling these might brew up something nice, so make sure you come back in a couple months when it's done, and you'll give it a test, won't you?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
And I'll like kneel down next to Candace and take 5 of my own personal gold and hand it to her and say, "You get you something nice too."
She looks at it and her eyes light up. Mommy, I'm gonna open my own inn, and then we'll see who's making the real money around here. She looks at her with a kind of crooked eye there. Oh, run along, child. Go find friends. For now at least, it's safe. Have fun. And give me a coin. Don't go spend it on sweets. Give it here. She puts it in her bag too. You all have been too great, and sure enough, there'll be some kind of celebration. If you can, you lot should stay and well, revel in what you've done. I know some of you feel it as well. This doesn't feel fully resolved, but I mean, sometimes you gotta look for the eye of the storm and just breathe deep while you can, right? She steps over and she comes over and gives each of you a hug. Just then, most of the town is gathered up. Town crier stands off there. This is not far off from where the well was set up there. His yell is kind of faint from where you guys are standing, but clear enough that you can kind of catch it just under the wind there. He yells all the praise. Our great adventurers, they have come, and they have vanquished us of this great evil that has fallen down upon us. And with the guidance of our great town master, who, let's not forget, was responsible for bringing these men here to save us. Oh, he who stands so tall, whose roundness is really muscle, but he's big boned, and who is friends to man and kitten alike. It just goes on and on. And finally, declares that we are all safe. The whole village cheers, dancing starts. You can start hearing drums off in the background there a little bit. Behind you, the town master steps out on his porch, looks towards them, gives a dirty kind of look, seeing not much work's getting done, but what do you expect? They're rejoicing, and in a huff, he turns around, heads back inside, door closing behind him. And with that, what's everybody doing? I think first on the list there, Torrin was talking about going over to look for a blacksmith. Jasper possibly going to look for Mr. Jargons. And everybody else, we will get y'all's in just a minute. First off, we're gonna go ahead and take a break so we can keep everything running smoothly. For those who are new here, just so you know, about every hour we do run an ad break. This is not for any kind of monetary gains, because ads are trash on Twitch, never forget it. But what it does do is make sure that while the game is going on, you don't have to worry about any ads jumping in here and interrupting the session. So we're gonna take a break, run that ad so we get another hour of ad-free watch time, and then we'll get right back into it. Give me 1 second to find all the buttons that a person needs to press the buttons. All right, and with that, we will return in a few minutes, y'all. BRB. If I can find it right there, we go. All right, y'all, coming back in. What is up? What is up? That was the ad there. So we got a good almost an hour here till we got to run another one. So we are straight. Nice. Love it. All right, let's get everybody back in. All right, so with that, back at town, everybody's kind of getting ready to go off and do some of their own things here. Now, first up, Torin was heading off to the off to look for a blacksmith. Keep in mind, blacksmith here, very simple. You know, spends more of his time making tools for, you know, making axes and maybe horseshoes and doing some repairs to the guard's armor more than he is like building and selling a ton of weapons. But he is still a capable blacksmith. Now, a lot of this, just for the sake of time and everything, unless it's relevant, then we're gonna kind of just do the quick rundown through stuff. If you have something you want to talk about or something like that, feel free to interrupt and we will slow things down. Like, I don't want anybody to feel like you got to rush through this, because it's kind of a little bit of downtime for you guys. So again, feel free to tell me, hey, pump your brakes. I want to have a deep philosophical question with this guy about the different qualities of ore and whether it's right to take it from Mother Earth. Like if you guys want to do that, let me know. But otherwise, what is it exactly that you're trying to get at the blacksmith? And at this point, you guys are playing Weekend at Bernie's with Ragnar here. He's just dancing along, trying to stay up. Yeah. We'll say at this point, for the again, the sake of not having to worry about it and interference like that, we'll say you're at a steady 1 health. But if combat were to break out, you're basically gonna faint because you're gonna. Oh, my wound opened up. Okay, so about an hour meeting up at the West Gate. Okay, for sure. All right. So, and then Torin, back to you. Is there anything that you needed to talk about with the blacksmith, or is there just something in particular you're trying to do? All right. All right. So he does have a couple of more or less daggers. They're kind of just knives. The only difference on these is they don't quite have the cross guard on them for the ones that he has there. They're mainly made for cutting rope out on the out at the logging camp and such. As far as the dagger that you bring him, I mean, first he kind of advises there, like, oh, I mean, this thing is ruined. Like, you know, you don't just want another dagger, another blade. Okay. and then kind of sets the dagger down there. Reaches underneath this little counter there and pulls up a couple of different daggers that he sets beside it. Which one of these matches? Kind of after going through it, find the one that matches the original dagger blade. Not exactly right. This one has a little extra little nook, little crook at the back of the blade there for ripping as far as slicing. And kind of just goes over, takes a hammer, gives a hefty couple of whacks to the bottom of the hilt there before sliding it off. And after a moment there, switches around between the dagger and the hilt of the one that you brought there. So it's repaired with a new blade there, but the rest of it, kind of, what do you want to do with this here? Is it sentimental, or are we tossing it in there with the scrap? And it gives you just the remaining hilt of that. So now, has the hilt coming off it, and the other end is just a jagged kind of little, almost looks like a rough stiletto. And then sets that down between the blade, the work. 1 silver. Oh. Well, I appreciate that. I got plenty of scraps over here from some repairs on some of the guards' works recently. Goes over and pulls up a little shoulder guard there, a little pauldron that's basically ripped in two. Haven't quite figured out how I'm gonna meld these together, but I suppose scrap if you need it. What I mean, it's pretty busted. I'd say I'm gonna have to make a new one. Place the part, 3 silver. Hands it over to you. Is there anything else you needed? It gives a little nod and thank you. Don't think we don't know who you are. You have the best of days, sir. All right, and with that, Jasper, having headed off towards where Clarissa had later instructed you that you could find. So the three of you heading off, going off towards this little house. Unlike a lot of the other ones there, this one is stacked up with mossy stones and a little roof there. It's kind of not in the best of shape, but unlike a lot of the other ones, which are basically, just all wooden, this one has a very nice stone accent to it, but it looks like it's not kept in the best of conditions. Kind of peeking around there, no signs of anybody, and you hear whistling. You kind of peek over and see, not far from where you are, there's a little winding trail through some trees here, and you can hear the sounds of a running stream. You can see a little stone bridge with a man dangling his feet off one end of it, throwing something into the water. What's up? Gives you a big toothy grin. Man looks a little out of it, and he turns back, starts throwing whatever it is back into the water there. And he stands up, gets up, turns your way, and kind of comes shambling over a little bit. Don't know you. Don't know any of you. Have you come to feed the ducks? Oh, are. It's a fine little lass there. Oh, so sweet. In my younger days, I probably wouldn't have stood in a chance, but I would have tried. Oh, oh. What did you want? Oh. It's the worst when your chest gets all locked up and he goes over and leans in on your chest. Is it inflammation? Congestion, maybe? Oh, a little tea is all you need, lad. That's it. Take a sip here or there. Maybe some whiskey. Warm it up first. Pour it on the inside. Take a sip. Even if you don't feel better, you sleep right through it. Oh. Joggins? Do I know you? Oh, I should say so. Now, are you here to feed the ducks? And he opens his bag there, and inside it's not bread, it's little, they look like little black marbles. When I glance at it, they look like smooth little marbles of, as best you can tell at a glance, they look like charcoal. No? And it closes it, puts it back in the side there. I can't right now, buddy. Sorry, my son, give me 1 second. Yeah, dude, make sure you got shoes, shirts, be a person. All right, my bad, y'all. I say I'm streaming. They're like, listen, dude, we need things. All right, I'm sorry. I'm not. Yeah, right. Betty, is that you, Betty? So that kind of spacing out for a second, he looks over. Oh, that's a nice little box you've got there. He points over to the chest you're holding. Kind of lurches over, holding his back, leans into it. Gives a little knock knock. Couldn't open it, could ya? Of course not. Of course not. Oh, that sucker's clamped tight. You need some help with that one, do you, Sonny? Oh, well. Considering the ducks aren't even biting today, and he waddles his way back over to the bridge with the bag, and he just dumps the whole bag on the inside. Yeah, eat that, you bastards! And then he turns back around, just drops the bag by the thing there, and starts, follow me, and starts heading back over towards his little home there. Back inside, invites everybody in, starts lighting a fire. Puts a cauldron or something hanging off the top of it there. Just put the box on the table, just set her up, and I'll knock it down. Once it's there. He's wearing, it looks like at one point in time, he had some robes. Now he looks like a baggy mummy, as they're all tattered and just strands that are still wrapped around him tight. They look snug enough. He looks like he might have some kind of long johns, something similar to long johns underneath it. But then he's just wrapped up with these tattered robes. A couple of different big bead necklaces hanging off his neck there, and his hair just half of it's gone on one side, and he's got big blotches that are all kind of braided together and hanging. He looks insane. Yes, he looks like a crazy person. He's probably forgotten that he forgot it. But you remember something. He leans over. At this point, he's just laying with his head on the box there. Do. Yes. Easy enough. And he goes over and he walks over to one side of the table, kind of leans back. Easy magic. Not much to it. Put it on there. It's a simple lock spell. It'll seal anything tight, key or otherwise, if you don't know what you're doing. But here's the problem. Some spells are very specific. A lock spell. He looks over towards Jasper. Smelly. Hint of magic on the lot of you. You're a learned spellcaster, no? I can tell. It's okay, we all start somewhere. Do you know what the lock spell is? What it does exactly? Well, simply put, oh yes, and simply put, it seals one surface to another. When they write it in the books, they'll fancy it up, but at the end of the day, it's a very strange kind of glue. You know the problem with that spell? And he reaches over behind him, goes through between a little cabinet area he has there and pulls something out, reaches back, he's got a fucking mallet, and he and smacks it hard against the top of the box, which caves it in there. Without a lid, a lock means nothing. He's jumping and dancing around there. At this point, the thing is still locked and sealed, but the inside of it is opened up from the top as it's all crashed in. Like, okay, y'all watch this guy. Yeah, but inside, nothing seems damaged. Looking through there, at the bottom, there's a couple of strange kind of smooth coins. They look to be made of some kind of wood. Very cheap coins, not exactly sure where they came from, but they're all engraved very delicately with, flowers and some birds and things like that. Not get anything magical off of them, but they look like just some kind of maybe some kind of keepsake that whoever owned the home before did. Aside from that, there's also 2 stones that stand out, thicker, with some engravings on them, and a book. Oh yes, let's see what we've got here. Oh, I love surprises. Let's see. And he starts just kind of pulling off oddly strong hands for a man this age, and the way he walks, he just rips into it like a crab tearing open another crab. So, give me a history check. 16. So, you recall this is something that some younger druids do in their free time. Kind of, it's almost a test of your dexterity with your druidic magic. Not only first taking the wood and kind of smoothing it into this coin shape, then also gradually crafting it with magic, the more elegant the design, the more kind of, you know, show of your skill it is. So whoever did this, judging by some of these, they weren't exactly the most powerful druid out there, but some of the designs there are very intricate, very almost lifelike from the right angle. With that, they were. No, you're good. All right, and with that, the old man is still going through stuff, pulls the book out, flips through it real quickly, and tosses it behind him. Just lands over on one of the kind of crooked on one of the counters there, and then he grabs the stones and picks those up. Yeah. So, picking it up and kind of grabbing it, see, there's nothing printed on the outside on the cover of the book, but on the first page, it's written in there. The author is scratched out, but then at the top there, it's written as the nature of the weave. And then so do you want to kind of, if you're flipping through the first kind of pages, it does kind of have an introduction there. It is a journal of sorts. It seems to be someone's kind of independent, their own studies on magic. Seems like the person who wrote it probably was a druid, but it's less addressing druidic magic and more just talking about the link between nature and magic's place in nature. So it's kind of talking about different ways. It's more like it's like if magic had a biology book. It's kind of the or physics would probably make more sense. It's kind of a physics books of magic, how people, the different ways. It's even got some studies into other spellcasting arts. You know, smaller sections, because clearly this person didn't have quite the grasp on that, but it's really kind of trying to figure out a unified kind of thought on what it is that sets all these apart, but also what kind of unites them in the weave itself. All right, and with that, the old man, he tosses one of the stones over to Ragnar. And now, listen, if you're very careful, you can hear something inside of the rock. Let me know if you hear it. Can you hear me? And you can hear it just bang through like a microphone in your ear there. Works like a charm every time. And he tosses on the table. Not a bad find there. Well. Yeah, right? Eardrum bursts. Well, not a bad find there, gentlemen. And I do appreciate you bringing it by so I could be with the first to see it. Who knows how long that's been sitting out, wherever you might have found it. Somewhere dirty from the looks of it. An odd thing for him to say as his place is trash and overgrown himself. You can tell this guy is clearly a hoarder, and not just a hoarder. This guy is a decades-long hoarder. Give me a perception check. All right. So, glancing through there, a lot of it's just piles of junk. It looks like, crates, boxes of things. You can even see himself kind of over there looking at the box itself with some kind of strange interest. But then off in the very back there, kind of hidden between a couple of crates, there's a portrait leaned up against a wall there. Can't quite see the whole thing, just a straight line of it, part of which shows something's eye. Give me a wisdom save. It's 21. Okay, so for a second there, you almost get this feeling of vertigo, like your body's starting to fall forward, but you catch yourself. But in that brief little blink of an eye, you see what can only be described as one of the many layers of hell and fire. Back in the fire there, red eyes glow bright, sharp teeth smile. That's all you get from it. Look, don't touch. Speaking of look and don't touch, what do you intend to do with this box? Well, I'll take it. And he sets it aside there, and he goes over, drags over a bag and scoops out some more of those weird little black marble things, starts filling to the top with it. Way better than the bag, yes. Everything has a purpose, gentlemen. Everything has a purpose. And as you're stepping over there through the stuff, things kind of gotta stretch your way through it. It's crazy to think how this old guy even navigates this section of the house there. The entire living room is just packed in the center with boxes. Only some space around the outside exists to even walk through. But as you wiggle your way through and step back, you can still see just barely the line that is that eye staring out at you from that picture. And as you take one step to the side, it's blocked. And as you step back towards it, you can see the full picture there. It's a meadow. Animals, a large deer standing off there. In the background, up in the top corner, the bright light, maybe the sun, maybe just rays, and something that looks angelic kind of hovering overhead there. Nothing like the glimpse you saw before. No. Is your spider sense tingling? That's what I thought you were going to say. I don't know why. You did, so you've pocketed those. No, you did. We got you. All right. So as you cast that, you get a lot of minor pings around the house. Some of these things here have some kind of strange little whirlwind of magic going on. A particular set of just a mounted rabbit head on the wall has some kind of strange enchantment coming off of it. Some of these boxes have different spells going on with them. You feel one little area has a number of boxes that you kind of familiar with that arcane lock spell. Just sealed boxes, just sitting over there. Half of them cracked through, half of them not. The picture itself, you detect nothing off of it. It is about 3 feet wide and probably stands about 4 feet tall. As you lean the blade towards it there, the handle heats up. The page itself catches flames and burns from the center out. As it does, you see underneath it the picture reveal itself. There's a grinning man there. Red skin, tall black horns that almost shoot straight up from where he stands. Almost kind of a semi-V there. Dressed leather, though not combat leather. It's just far more, for lack of a better word, like a slender dominatrix. Big red webbed wings behind it. Eyes red with fire but black in the center. You're all seeing this. Well, the two of them over there, because again, everything's kind of very much blocked off. So the two of them that walked over there to see that kind of did. The page continues to burn until there's nothing but the frame left. The picture itself gone. Bring what? And he goes moving over there, and he has cleared through this stuff quicker than seems possible. He just My picture, where'd it go? What did you do? You came in here and you broke my shit. Then he grabs the frame and he looks behind it as if the picture's gonna be on the other side now, but see through. So at this point, after the initial the other image had burnt away, the picture of that creature was there, and then that burnt away as well. So all that's left is the frame. He's sticking his hand through it, looking at you with an eye. You swindlers! Is that what you came here for my things? Tell the truth. Oh, gold. Well, we see what you think is important. You know, my mother always told me to trust someone who wouldn't never trust a man who wouldn't feed a duck. Or you're looking a little feathery yourself. Out! Get out! All of you out! I know what you are. Yeah, I know exactly what all of you are. And you, and he points his finger hard into your chest there, Ragnar. You got a debt on you. Ugly duckling, I see it. They don't see it yet, but I see it. Out! Out of here now, I insist it! Be gone! Be gone with you! And he goes back over and he's grabbing his fucking mallet now over his shoulder. Yeah, you are feeling them. They are, the symbols on the inside of them give off kind of a teal kind of glow to them. Yeah, you had snatched him up. Oh, he took it, but then he dropped it when he started screaming and ran for so those pieces are just lying on his floor somewhere amongst the riffraff. All right. All right, and then I need to install a whoa button. Just a kind of whoa. Alright. And then with that, and then Finvar, you were just looking for somewhere for everyone to stay for the night, right? Okay, so are you guys like setting up a camp out there then? Finvar just sleeping in the ditch, y'all. He just over there laying in the ditch. Just, it has been a long day. All right, give me a stealth check. 20, which is gonna beat his passive. So yeah, you are slinking up on him, keeping quiet on the road there as he's laying off in the grass, just kind of halfway in the ditch, sleeping. Oh yeah. All right, so he stabs you 3 times. Stab, 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 stab. And as you slide that back into the my brain just scabbard. I knew there was a word for it. Put it back into its scabbard there. Though it's got that little difference there, the overall shape is the same, so it slides right back into place just right. Yeah, so the only difference is this blade kind of hooks at the back end of the top. He's out there just toss, 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 toss. Yeah, because some of the guards here would use things like spears. You know, it's kind of their main weapon aside from just the short swords, the very basic ones that they carry. So yeah, they would have some spears there. They're not a crazy amount, but they got a few. All right. Yeah, we'll just handle that out of the game here real quick. Hold on. All right, so you want to add spears, kind of stopping there. He has a total of about 6 of them that are made in raid and everything like that. Good, solid, basic ones with a nice little tip at the end. They run for a gold apiece. For a spear. All right, and then at that point, you guys are just looking for somewhere to stay. All right, so with that, they have been setting up for kind of a small celebration, a festival, as far as this town is concerned, getting ready to just celebrate not having to the curfew being done and not having to live in fear and everything like that. So as they're doing that, plenty of people offer you all rooms for the night. So by the end of it, you all have kind of unless somebody protests otherwise, agreed to stay off in a couple of different rooms or sleep in one room together with anybody in town who will kind of hold you up for the night. And for those who choose to, there's some going-ons in the village that evening. They're having competitions from, log cutting to a couple of them down by the deeper part of the stream there, doing log rolling, challenging people to go and balance on the logs and run across them and everything. A number of games, a big feast. They're serving wolf steaks and some deer and what potatoes they have, and they've really just gone all out. What little bit of alcohol they were able to pull together, considering that the inn and tavern has gone up in flames, is all gathered here, and they are drinking through it mightily. Otherwise, with that, things simmer down. The night comes, there's still cheering going on. Some of the drunkards are still walking through the streets singing to themselves. Next day finally comes, everyone gets your long rest, and with that, on the wind there, little bird comes in through one of the windows. It's gonna land over by Jasper, where you're staying at, carrying a note in its mouth, which you would recognize as being the means of communication, the letters going out from the Hall of Horns. Yeah. Step over there. The bird itself is a rather large raven who drops the scroll down on the windowsill as you reach for it, turns and flutters back off. Full, you can see, wound up, sealed with the symbol for the Hall of Horns on there, wrapped up tight. Are you opening it now, or are you waiting for the group? All right, everybody together to gather up there before Jasper goes to unseal it and unroll it. And with that, we'll take our last break here and then come back and see what's in store for you guys. All right, and again, reminded everybody, if you're just joining us, we do run ads every hour there. Quick reminder, it is not for any kind of value of the ads, because there is no value to the ads, but it makes sure that anybody hopping in here, you don't have to deal with it running ads for you. We're just getting it out the way while we step away, do what we got to do, and then come back here so you can watch it uninterrupted. So with that, we're going to kick it over. Let me find all my magical buttons, and here oh no. Y'all, I'm the biggest moron in the world.
Uh-oh.
I'm the biggest moron in the world, y'all.
Don't be saying that.
I think I had y'all's chat muted for that whole section there. Oh, that's the worst.
No.
That's the worst. I did not hit the button on the thing here. Oh man, I'm so mad at myself. All right, well, you guys missed a great interaction there. It was a lot of fun. Daydream about it. Imagine what it might have been. It was insane. I will make sure that I press all the buttons next time properly. Man, I could just kick myself. All right, y'all. BRB. All right, we're back, and I have unmuted everybody this time. I swear, I'm looking at it. It's right there. It's in front of me. I can see it. It's a fact. All right.
Are you sure?
Lord, man, I'm so mad at myself because that was such a good section there. Well, if you only caught one half and you thought that was exciting, stick with us. I'm telling you, the other end is so good too. All right. So,
Finale.
so kicking back into things there, just to kind of summarize there, they went off and talked to the crazy old man. They found some cool stuff and had a trippy experience and so on and so forth. And Finvar slept in a ditch. Now,
As one does.
open up the letter here. The letter itself reads, "To registered heroes of the Hall of Horns, from Assignment Officer Lorne Vesker. Subject, loss of contact, Freyvaten Coast. Reports from the lakeside village of Steelmere on the southern coast edge of Freyvaten have grown increasingly erratic in tone over the past month, ranging from concerns of sickness and strange lights on the lake to mentions of villagers behaving oddly. The Hall initially assessed the situation as local panic due to war-driven stress. However, the village has since gone completely silent. No couriers, no replies, no signs of traffic along the route. Worse, similar silence have begun to appear in nearby settlements. Your task? Travel to the village and reestablish contact, determine the safety of its people, investigate any disturbance, respond accordingly. Payment will be rendered upon successful return. Signed, Vesker. Or Veskar. V-E-S-K-A-R.
Do you have that typed out somewhere that you can?
Yeah. Let me go ahead and.
So you can just have it right now.
Yep.
Well, that's definitely interesting.
Very interesting indeed.
Did you find anything in the box?
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Oh yes, we did find some stuff in the box. I believe there was a book, some stones, and some druidic artifacts that I wish to return to the ruins before we leave. And I'd show the coin. You said they were coin shaped, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, I would show the coins with the designs on them to the group, or to Finvar and Torin who weren't with us.
Ragnar, did you happen to attune to the those two magical stones over the rest?
I have them. Oh yeah. I will show Finvar and Torin them, and I'll hand one to Torin, and then I will put it up to your ear.
It's a rock. What do you mean put it up with my...
And then I'll just immediately yell through.
Asshole. This is a one time a day thing. Just waste it. Or we do it as much as we want.
Oh man, that's actually a good point.
And then the one time a day thing, worth it.
No, so just so you guys know, those are speaking stones. So basically like walkie-talkies that you guys can communicate through those over a couple miles apart there. So you do have a way to contact each other over distances.
Do you want us to, or do you want me to add it into my inventory? No, or
Yeah. You guys have two of them, so whoever has them can add those into your inventory if you would like. If it doesn't have it listed there, let me know, and I'll have to homebrew it and put it in there later. Just put it as like a basic item for now.
Because there's sending stones. I don't know if that's the same thing,
What does it say?
or if you're.
Sending stones are like the
Not the
sending
same
Comes
spell.
in. Yeah, each stone carved to match the other's pairing, easily recognized. While you touch one stone, you can cast sending from it the target of the bearer of the other stone to the target of the bearer of the other stone. If any creature bears, you know that fact as soon as you cast it. Once it's cast using either stone, the stones can't be used again until the next dawn.
Yeah, these may not have been
That's one.
updated in here. Yeah, no, these are speaking stones. So
Speaking
rather than
stones,
just
okay.
sending messages, they actually can communicate back and forth. Like I said, if I need to, I'll just make a homebrew item that you guys can add in there.
Oh no, there is. Oh shoot, there is. Oh, that's so cool.
So there is talking stones now.
There, yeah, I found it. Speaking stone.
These magic things are starting to get a little weird. Well, I mean,
It just started. It only gets weirder.
I'm the only one without magic here.
It's all right. It's like not knowing how your iPod works. Like, okay,
I'm the old man of the group that just doesn't know how to work his iPhone.
how do you set the damn time on these things?
Well, I guess we got a few things we gotta on our list. We could take those coins back to the Grove area, or deal with this town master, or figure out what these this sickness is. These people disappearing.
I thought we had dealt with the town master in regards to we decided to write the letter that he would send to the Hall of Horns that would reveal its true message.
Yeah, y'all,
bad. My brain's a little rattled.
Y'all went the political route there.
My brain's a little rattled. I forgot about that. Rubbing my
No worries.
All right, so what's the plan, gentlemen?
I think Ira would want to return these as soon as possible. Now that everyone's rested, we've all gathered back together, and I would insist that we go and return these first.
So, are you guys going with him, or is this something you're going to do on your own?
I mean, we're sticking together, no? We're traveling after, so
Yeah.
yeah,
Definitely stick together.
All right.
to watch him as well. He puts like the wooden coins where he wants to left them, like the great town, and then we go to travel. No, I mean, how far away is the lake? Do you know anyone? I mean, basic map or something. I don't know where this particular zone.
So, if we're switching over, yeah, you guys know we'll do the map and everything like that after you guys finish up here, but you guys do know like the directions. So from where you guys are at, the lake that it refers to is kind of just northwest of where you guys are.
Oh, that's perfect.
Okay.
All
We'd
right.
have to basically go back to the druid area anyways.
All right. So
It was north of us, right?
I thought
no, that's
the druid area
that's
was
kind of
to the
east. Yeah, east southeast of you.
Yeah, never mind. Okay, my bad.
So
the opposite direction entirely.
couple of hours heading off that way before you guys return back to the ancient ruins there. It is still a kind of sad tension in the air. You yourself, Ira, do notice the foliage seems to droop a bit more than it did before. As you're approaching their platform, kind of the shrine section there. And what exactly are you doing?
The coins that were in that chest, I wish to leave them in this ruined area, like, because they're ruins, correct?
Yeah.
They clearly, the person who originally lived here and had made these, like I said, I believe they had put a lot of care into them. While they may not have been the most powerful, they clearly cared about the druidic ways, so I wish to leave these as a memento of the druid long gone from these ruins.
All right, so as you kind of step your way back into that little hut inside of the tree's base there, making your way back over to the little nook and setting the coins down. Not much happens as far as events. It just kind of returns it to where it came from. Kind of a sense of finality to it. It's done. You've done your part. You returned what you could, left it as best as you could, but still a heavy weight in the air. And as you step out of the hut there, for a brief moment, you can almost hear the sound of the village a long time ago. Kids playing in the water, chants and druidic going off around you, almost a kind of dancing tone on the wind before it all carries away and almost kind of decays. Then the wind goes still, as does just the nature itself, all kind of drop away. As you guys make your way back out of the ancient ruins. For a second you think you hear crying behind you. When you turn, there's nothing there. So all you can really do is carry on. All right, gentlemen.
Creepy.
Creepy.
Okay.
Where to?
West?
Still there?
All right.
I think we hit the stone there.
So with that, we'll switch up our angle a little bit here so you guys can see. As you can see, you guys have your way over in this little slice of life, little section of the world here. Trying to make our way out back on the road.
Make sure that I have my standard false life active.
All right, for sure.
Reroll
And,
that.
and is that a
Magic initiate, so it is one per day. And
okay?
that's, I have to roll the.
Just want to make sure. I mean, I'm used to it. I'm used to it with warlocks because they get it as an invocation. They can just recast it. At least they used to be able to.
Yeah, it's an invocation still. I literally was on either the mage armor or the false life.
Okay.
That's what I was between.
All right. And so,
Hey,
Go ahead.
Torin, by the way, I noticed that a long rest, for some reason, D&D Beyond doesn't renew the heroic inspiration for humans. So I don't know if it
Oh, yeah.
renewed it for you.
I'll make
It
sure
did
you.
not.
That's a bit of a glitch for D&D Beyond.
Yeah, I need those extra rolls badly.
So I'm gonna take them.
While we're heading out, could I also use one of my slots of wild shape to cast Find Familiar to find a raven fae to have it kind of fly overhead of us?
Yeah, absolutely. So you're kind of stepping in there and casting that off. Kind of lets go. You can see just off the wind there, a sudden flock of ravens moves by. One drops down, lands right on your arm there, before you send it back off to look off overhead. Now, as you all get pushing onward, journeying forward, after a while the trees give way to the weather-worn stretch of the Vattenthorpe Road, a narrow, winding path that hugs the southern edge of Lake Freyvaten. The dark pressure of the Dread Pine Woods falls behind you, but you soon find it replaced by the ocean skies and the restless whispers of wind sweeping in from the water. Yet, that relief is short-lived. Where the forest was thick with danger, the lakeside feels watched. The waves lap too gently, the birds fly too high, And the road, though marked by wagon ruts and boot-worn earth, carries no sound but your own footsteps, as if no one else has passed this way in some time. You guys do anything while journeying onwards, or
Could I
help
try
if I
to
bring you guys over here? I mean, what? Oh, you are.
take
Okay.
a idle fishing stop or fishing break, like near the lake of the shore, with my new spear, trying to catch some fish to make dinner.
All right. So after some time, because from where you guys are at, this is, you guys from when you were leaving everything are gonna have a night out there in the woods, and as it starts getting dark, stopping by a stream there, and Finvar is gonna go over and try to fish you guys something up. Give me a survival check.
Okay, 19.
Fish seem to be biting especially nice in this part of the world there. Seems like every time you stick the spear in, you're pulling out a fish. Once you even stick it through and pull up two. It's very good eatings around here.
Yeah, I came to the camp like with my spear on my back, with plenty of fish impaling in it, and guys, I bring out dinner. Do you want some fish? It's really fresh. I mean, I just caught it. Do you guys, any of you knows how to cook? I mean, I'm a bit lackluster.
I can cook. I've survived my fair share out in the wilderness, so I'd like to think I can cook. But if somebody else,
I mean, you could help me. I wanted to try at least.
of course.
So, do we roll something to cook the fish like born? Or?
Yeah, so assuming none of you have proficiency with cooking tools, so let's say cooking is really a passion. It's really, you can learn a lot, but you gotta really, it's an experience thing. So give me a wisdom check.
Wisdom and
I got it. It rolled over from a 20 to an 8.
It's all right. 22 and 8. Where do you? Oh, okay. So
the fish.
I don't know how to cook a fish.
So, as Ira is over there trying to cook the fish up there, doing just fine. It's a little dry itself, but fortunately not overly burnt and not undercooked. Meanwhile, Finvar kind of gathering up whatever little herbs, mushrooms, anything that he could find kind of around the little section you guys have camped up in, manages to garnish it pretty well to add a little flavor to it. It's not the best fish meal you've ever had, but for just camping out on the side of the road, the coast off beside you, taking in everything you've been through so far, and having kind of first almost peaceful moment in a while, it's a nice meal. A nice meal with your group.
Hey, Ira, I've been meaning to bring this up, but I really haven't known what to say, so I just want to ask it flat out. We had some dealings with Druidic threats, and we were in that ancient village, and we saw that tree with the druid writing on it, and then that protector of the forest that we killed. I just want to make sure that you're okay with what we did, being a druid and all yourself, because we didn't really have much time to talk amongst ourselves before, when we were facing that creature, whatever it was, and I'm a little nervous. I was a little worried that I was worried about how you felt about that.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. Well, it does weigh heavy on my heart having to to deal with a druidic spirit in such a way. It is part of life. It is part of nature, unfortunately. It is a side of nature that we can't always turn a blind eye to.
Yeah, I mean, have you ever encountered anything like that in the past? Because I've never seen anything like that before. That's crazy.
Not to that extreme, but it is something you learn to deal. One hopes to learn to deal with, but it's never easy.
Well, I appreciate your input and insight there, and you're taking it better than I probably would have in your shoes. So I understand that the talk about balance, but yeah, I just feel guilty that between Finvar and myself, when we were talking right up in that creature's face, that we didn't turn to you and get your input. But I just felt like we didn't have much time to make much, to talk very much deliberation. So I just want to say I appreciate your insights and your viewpoints on that. So thanks.
And I appreciate you looking out for me. I thank you as well.
All right.
Kumbaya.
Yeah, and with that, again, the night itself, peaceful. There's quick flash of rain, nothing too heavy. It's almost even a little refreshing as it comes down. Out here, it's very humid. The wind kind of makes that little bit of sweat that gathers up there just feel nice across your skin. You sleep well. Only occasionally do you get that feeling of being watched, but it comes and goes in quick flashes. The following day, getting everything gathered back up and heading off. It's not long before eventually you're making your way into the small village of Stillmere. A wooden dock stretch into the still, glassy lake where a few rowboats creak gently with the current, their oars resting idle. Villagers move with slow, purposeful calm, not unfriendly, but oddly serene. Many of them hum tuneless melodies under their breath as they work, pausing now and then to glance towards the lake and or the carved statue at the center of town. There, rising from the village center, stands a towering shrine of driftwood lashed together with twine and bone, shaped in the likeness of a great coiled fish, its jaws agape as if in song. Offering of fish heads, polished stones, and lake-worn shells are nestled at its base. Beneath the structure, almost hidden beneath creepy moss and carved planks, catch a glimpse of older stone, orange smooth by time, its original shape long obscured. And with that, welcome to Stillmere.
That looks
Like
really
the
old.
introduction. Oh my.
Can you like study rocks or something like that?
Say that again?
Architecture? I was talking to, Jasper. I think you are the one who reads the most. Do you know if it piques my curiosity as to how old it could be?
Well, I appreciate your faith in my abilities, but maybe between me and Ira, we can figure something out. But I also want to want to look around and see if there's any villagers nearby. I don't want to trump into town without acknowledging the living, breathing people around here.
Yeah, so again, there are people walking about, working, a number of people down by the docks fishing, people carrying baskets of fish back up where they're being stored in one of the huts there. The villagers themselves, they are all seemingly present, but very much to themselves, half of them their heads down, No real smiles you can see among any of them. Some of the buildings you see about look to be abandoned. Others lived in, but off. And just along the coastline there, on the docks and some of the houses, you can see this strange white mold growing over some of the buildings and a thick film covering the water line.
You said in the letter that we got that they had reported sickness, right?
So
before going
not so much
quiet?
sickness, just odd behaviors.
Oh, obvious. Okay.
Yeah, people kind of counted as they said that they kind of figured it was just paranoia or panic. People just wound up because of the war and everything like that, but then suddenly they just stopped replying, stopped communicating with the lords at all.
Hey, Torin, you spent some time in Eastwatch where I met you. Does that water look natural?
Would I know that?
So certainly doesn't look like the water that you would find in a better city. You know, they have their own means of irrigation and some cleanliness standards, or just better water supply, something cleaner. This water looks it looks like a pool if you don't put enough chlorine in it. It's that strange layer of oils and some kind of white film over the top of it. But if you peek in there, a lot of fish.
Definitely not something from Eastwatch. Eastwatch had cleaner waters due to its more advanced society, but this, I mean, there's fish in there still.
Or, well, gentlemen, you want to split up again, and maybe Finbar, you and I can check out the statue as you've prompted. And
Yeah, now that you mention it, I'm a bit concerned about the people. Quite good.
DM, one more question. Sorry, you said there's white mold. What was that covering?
So some of the buildings on one side, on the side, almost like how moss grows on one side of a tree, the side of some of the buildings closest to the shore, the sides facing the water, have this white mold that's kind of growing up from the soil. And some of them, it's overtaken and crest over the top of the building. Some of them, it's just starting to work its way up the walls.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we can always see if there's somebody in charge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe one group goes and talks with that person, and then the other maybe talk with maybe some of the people, the local tavern if there is one, or maybe even take a peek in the alleyways.
Sounds good. Maybe just two groups. I mean, we got the sending stone or the stones.
Probably best.
Like it would be hard to keep in contact.
So,
I'm not good at talking with people, but alleys are my specialty.
I'll try to speak with someone that is in charge in here. At least I'll try to be good with them if they are not that asshole with us like the previous master. I mean, sorry, I didn't like him a bit.
First,
But
hey,
I go to
I don't
find
blame you.
someone.
He wasn't exactly meant to be likable. All right, so who is in Group A?
Yes, it's me and someone else who wants to come to talk to to search for the tank master here. Well,
I think I'll go with. I'll go with Group B since you're willing to talk to people for Group A.
Okay.
I figured if we meet other people, you know, another person's gonna have to talk. So.
All right. So who's going with Finvar? Who's going with Ragnar? All right. So we got Jasper with Finvar. Ira, who you with?
I'd go with Jasper.
All right. So
I need a brown nose again.
So then me and Torin will go through like the alleys and.
And could I send my Raven familiar with Ragnar and Torin?
Yeah. Is this kind of circling by overhead, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because at any point I could use as a bonus action telepathic communication. I can take over its senses of sight or hearing.
Okay. For sure.
If I needed to, if I deemed necessary.
All right. So as the Raven had flown back down, kind of landed on you before you all split off. When you do, it flies back up, stays overhead of you all before perching atop of one of the taller buildings there to keep a lookout on you. Now, first off, going with Ragnar and Torin. You guys said that you are going in, just kind of wandering through town. What exactly are you, what is your intention here?
What do you think, Ragnar? Do we start with a tavern? We start with just people walking around, or an alleyway, see if there's anything going on there?
Yeah, I'm down to try and find a tavern, and while we're going, see if there's like any very specific, like if the white moss, whatever, that's growing on the buildings, if it gets less or more the closer or farther we get from the water, since you also said it was next to the water.
Okay. So, walking around the village a little bit there, as far as the mold itself, it definitely is much more abundant the closer you are to the water. There's one particular little shack over by the dock that is just completely overgrown. As you get further back, that's where it gets more to where it's starting to just climb up some of the walls there. In between, it's covering halfway over and such. Aside from the mold itself, another oddity that kind of stands out to you is searching through town. You find no tavern. You do find what appears to be the remains of one. The building itself emptied out on the inside. The sign hangs off of one little rope there at this point, itself half grown over with mold as well. Looks like whatever tavern here, like it's been running for a bit.
Well, that explains everything. A town with a tavern? Man.
Does it seem like there's anywhere that these people are going to besides just their homes and where they're working? More people are gathering around a certain area or heading towards somewhere, anything like that?
Let me get a perception check from both of you.
Okay.
$18.
18.
Oh, 19. Sorry, yours was 18.
19. Okay. One second. So, as you're watching out there, Ragnar, you see that a lot of people who are moving over to the water there and gathering fish, they're breaking off and bringing it one of three places. Some of them go over to a small building, kind of just where they seem to be storing a lot of this fish up. Other ones are taking it up to the statue where you can see someone, every time they walk over there, they slice the head off the top of them and drop the heads on there, and then throw the bodies into another basket. The other ones head off just around the corner, up the hill a little bit there. For Torin, looking about, seeing mostly the same thing that he's seeing there, but catch something off in the kind of small crowd near the statue. See a guy standing there, cloak up, fisherman clothes. Cloak turns a little bit. You see just the side of this person's face there. And there's a ting of recognition. Not entirely sure where to place it offhand, but you're sure you've seen that face before. As it turns back into the crowd there, you notice that this face caught eyes with you as well. The crowd kind of gathers, and as they expand again, you don't see signs of that person. What are y'all doing?
I'll sit just staring in that direction.
I would, first just kind of looking at all three of the spots that you pointed out, noticing that one spot is a bit farther to have to go, but then turning back, notice that Torin just staring towards that statue, toward that crowd. Yeah, you think something's over there?
Sadly, I know something's over there. I can't tell if it's a good thing or a bad thing. But I recognize somebody.
Maybe that might be a good thing, because I don't understand this little town, man.
Not me recognizing somebody doesn't usually mean it's a good thing. Part of me wants to try to figure out who it is. Part of me feels like we shouldn't. But he did see me.
Probably already knows. Maybe he knows who you are. I don't know. Seems like something we should check out then.
He said he had cuts on his face on the side, or person had the cuts on their face.
Didn't notice any cuts. He's got this very thin kind of pencil mustache, long black and graying hair that hangs down, kind of framing his nose there as it halfway hangs in his face.
Oh man.
Decisions.
This is a tough one. Ragnar, I don't come from a great past. I only trust one person. And the odds of being him is very low.
But I take a look. See if I can see anything odd a little bit closer.
I'll give him a slight description of the person. See,
Alright.
maybe he can.
So then, are you staying where you are, or are you heading over towards the statue, kind of mingling in the group there?
I'm
Okay.
yeah. I'm gonna go. As soon as he gives me the description, I will head over there to see if I can see this person that you just described.
I'm gonna try to obscure myself a little bit.
All right, so walking your way over there, kind of trying your best to remain incognito. Looking about, give me a perception check.
Six.
6. No signs of anybody that meets the description. You look around, a couple of them wearing similar cloaks, similarly dressed. A couple people with shaggy black hair, but nothing that quite matches.
Is there any sort of darker places in this town? Like places people could go in and maybe hide, like an alleyway or a dark area somewhere?
So there is some light fog that hangs off from just the shore. Aside from that, I mean, the buildings themselves, they're all very, run down. They're not overly packed together. There's good space between them, but anybody could still duck behind buildings, cut off into any of the little, back sections there behind the village or in between them.
We need to be careful until we figure out who that was.
Is there any, like, where the statue's at? Is it a little bit lower down, or is it like higher up? Where
So,
the crowd of people in the statue is at?
It slopes up slightly there, and it's kind of near where the road comes in and curves past it, and then going off down from there down towards the shore. And there's another section that winds upwards off around going up the shore further on. That's kind of where they're splitting up their movements there. A lot of the village is built in that little bit of low ground between the two, and then on the slopes here. So it is all very, anywhere you're stepping, you are normally not quite even. You're at kind of a, anywhere from a 2 to like a little 15-degree angle that you're kind of stepping across there.
I'm gonna not too far from Torn at all, like within literally probably a couple arms length. Find a spot where I feel like I could see the most people in that crowd, and then I'm gonna use prestidigitation to do a sensory effect, which is like it's a harmless sensory effect, like a shower of sparks. 10 feet away, in a direction away from me and away from the statue, to see if anyone, one, pays attention to it, and two, if they look that way, so their eyes can kind of come towards me a little bit, so I can hopefully see more of their faces. If that makes sense.
Okay. So as you let the magic go and it goes off, most of the people there pay you no attention. They seem to just go about their business, continue moving. All further back towards closer to the shore, kind of heading back up to where it slopes up in the other direction. Catch one head that turns back towards you, getting a clearer shot of the person's face there. An elf, a little bit older. And with that, I missed this earlier, but someone did trigger the memory trigger there. So if one of you two, since it's you two in the scene right here, have a good use for that here, why don't we go ahead and throw that in there, if you have something.
Torrens definitely feels like he's back in Eastwatch. at this moment. Seeing this face he recognizes, he starts to tap into his more survival and hiding and just fear of where he came from. And this area, this place is making him feel like he's back in Eastwatch again.
All right. And give me 1 second. Need to find something here. Okay. And with that clear sign of the face, that clear kind of shot of the guy's face there, you have a memory that comes through back at Eastwatch near the end of your time there, when things were when it was all kind of coming down around you. You recall this was one of the men who was ordered to take you into custody. One of the men you had just managed to slip away from. This is, in fact, a member of the Silent Shadows.
Utter fear starts to show on Lauren's face, feeling he has escaped it and now it has followed him, or he has walked right back into it again.
All right. And with that, we're going to clip over. Before we end things, I want to get some time to get everything set up for the other group there. Let that kind of hang on you a little bit there, Torin. And so the other group, you all were looking for signs of the leader of this place, and with what kind of obvious things you could pick up from things wandering about, not too many talkative people about, but you do realize that they're all bringing these bushels of fish up to the top of the slope here, where still very put together, a very ramshackle building, but some kind of a church. Making your way up there, assuming you all are heading off in that direction, unless you guys say otherwise. You guys heading up towards it? Okay.
I'd say yes.
The higher place.
All right. And making your way up there, you hear more of the singing people are doing. Less of singing, more of a hum. Not quite in sync. Neither the band nor with each other. Just this kind of eerie, guttural. They all continue to do deep down in their throats. Making your way up from the outside, the building itself has no door to speak of. It looks like little more than the outside, built up with wood, driftwood as well. The inside just seems to be a big open chamber. And in there you can see very old man, very round face, and hanging from his neck there, an odd little necklace. And that's where we're gonna stop it for the night.
Man.
Oh, jeez.
Want to get you guys in place to pick things up next week, but that is where we are.
You just opened, torn up like a can of worms.
Oh no.
This is super interesting.
All right. Well, that's it for the evening. Got some things closed off. Some new threads opened up there. That was a good one. I'm still kicking myself because I can't stop thinking about the fact that we missed that whole middle section there. So bad DM, bad streamer, but we'll get it all worked out. Next week it'll be even smooth. See, it's progress, right? We had a week where it was just sound was just garbage on that first one. A lot of stuff was out of place. I don't think the music came through on that one. Next week we had music, but some sound issues with each other. Now sound is great, but I have to press the right frickin' buttons. All right. But either way, another great session. Every time I'm like, oh man, can't wait for this, that, and the other, yada yada yada. But then the things that I think are gonna be like, oh, here's something that'll be 5 minutes, becomes the whole session, and it's just great, and I love it. Like, it's so good. So I can't wait to get to the next part, next session here. This time next week. So that'll be the 14th. We do it every Monday. Don't forget, everybody, we are here Monday, start at 4. That is Pacific time, 4 p.m. Go until 7. And yeah, it's been a crazy one so far, and I think it's only getting crazier. So hope you enjoyed it, and we will catch y'all later. Let's get some outro music. You know what we need to start doing here? We need to start showing some love to is the Dungeons and Dragons thing. We can start showing some love to our fellow D&D streamers, because I know how tough it is out there. You just want to play D&D. Do they not even have the D&D marker here anymore? Hold on. There it goes. Let's find someone hovering towards the bottom there so we can show somebody some love. Let's see. Y'all look nice, but we need English. Here we go. Dicey Decision. That's what we're going to kick it off to tonight. Let me find the button to do so. It's another thing I need to get better at setting up beforehand. There we go. All right, got it locked in. So we're gonna kick you guys all on over to Dicey Decisions. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Hope that we see you next week. Oh, and shout out to Plem. Saw the 500 bits in there. We appreciate it. That is gonna buy a brand new D4 for me to hurt people with. And then
Oh no.
all right, yeah. Well, have a good night. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Later.
Peace.
Yeah.